Hello, my fierce fifth graders. This is Mrs. Rowley with this week's topic of discussion. I have not seen you since before vacation, so I hope you had a great February vacation. I know that I did, and I hope that your first week back to school settled you in and you're ready for this pretty long haul between vacations. So over vacation, I had the opportunity to go to Rhode Island with my family to visit my older brother. While we were there, we went to a place called the Providence Place Mall. The Providence Place Mall is a very, very large mall. Sorry, I have my cat in my lap, which is, you see his tail twitching a little bit and hair is flying for sure. So what you see in these pictures is a model of the Capitol building, which is in Washington, D.C. And what I found interesting about this essentially is that these buildings are made entirely from Legos. So you Lego fans out there who love playing with Legos, know that there is a niche for people who build model replicas with Legos, and that could be something you do is when you grow up. You could build with Legos. That would be pretty fantastic. So my stepdaughters are in the picture to give you an idea of scale. And the buildings were they were just huge. Sorry, Whiskers doesn't know what he does. He likes to be the boss of everything, Mr. Whiskers. All right, so I don't have anything to review this week. Let's just get to the topic of discussion. All right, your tickets this week should look like this. Go ahead and take this time to write your name on them. Whiskers and I will wait. Hey, buddy. All right, let's look at the definition. The point from which all points in a circle are equally distant. I recommend drawing a picture for this one. The point from which all points in a circle are equally distant. I would draw a circle and I would think about where this point is. Remember, this is topic of discussion, so you want to be discussing with your neighbors your thoughts and your views on this vocabulary word. Take time to draw a picture. Take time to talk with your friend about what you think the answer is. And when you think you know the definition, write it on the vocabulary side of your answer ticket. I'm not a crazy cat lady, I promise, but this happens to be the best cat you've ever met. Isn't that right, Whiskers? He's so friendly and nice, and he's a good mouser too. And he's gonna knock that glass over. All right. So the point from which all points in a circle are equally distant. There's some more vocab that you need to know. You need to know equally distant, and you need to know that the points on the circle lie on the circle itself. All right. When you think you know and you've talked to your friend, remember, write it down in the answer part, the vocabulary side of your answer ticket. All right, this week's topic of discussion, Whiskers getting hair all over the place, making my face itch. Sung Hee empties her piggy bank and finds that she has 200 quarters, 150 dimes, and 300 pennies. How much money does she have? Explain. So when I say explain, I'm asking you to use the blank sheet that is stapled to your answer ticket to show me how you got your answer. So she has 200 quarters, 150 dimes, and 300 pennies. How much money does she have? Remember, again, this is topic of discussion, so make sure you are discussing it with your peers. What did your neighbor get for an answer? How did they solve it? You could have gotten the same answer and solved it very differently. So make sure that you're comparing strategies. You may find someone has a much more efficient way of solving or a way that makes sense to you. So make sure you check in. Make sure you show me your thinking. You guys are getting really, really good at that, and I love it. And when you're ready, you can hand your ticket in to well, Hallisey or Blank, depends on who your teacher is, right? All right, so when you hand it in to them, they'll hand it in to me, and I'll get back to you. This has been Mrs. Rowley with this week's topic of discussion.